Hey, I want to take a moment to talk to everyone about a topic I'm sure they can't get enough of right now, and that is the 2020 election. Now, I know probably everyone out there is so sick of talking about the 2020 election. I know I am. If it meant I wouldn't have to hear another thing about the election until November, I would suck Nancy Pelosi's dick in Grand Central Station with a smile on my face. But that ain't going to happen because, we're going to be hearing lots about the election between now and then. But I wanted to come on here and just say one thing. I know nowadays it seems like we're always choosing between the lesser of two evils. Like on South Park, where they had a choice between a giant douche and a shit sandwich. That seems like that's the reality of the world nowadays. You have to get used to voting either for a giant douche or a shit sandwich. And that can be discouraging. But I want to tell people, don't get discouraged. Still vote. Because a lesser evil is still lesser. It's the lesser evil. I would rather choose the lesser evil than the greater evil. Now, I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. That's up to you. I wouldn't even presume to be able to choose for you, just like I wouldn't want you choosing for me. But I want to encourage everyone to go out and vote. Like I said, I know it's not the greatest choices ever. When have the elections been the greatest choices ever? But let's just look at it this way. It's better than the last time because no matter what happens, that genital-eating, screeching howler monkey, Hillary Clinton, isn't going to be president at the end of the election. Well, likely isn't. I'm not going to say definitely isn't because you never know with the fucking Clintons. DNC's probably still in their pockets, so you never know. They might pull surprise. But I just want to tell people, don't get discouraged. Go out and vote. Like I say, when you choose the lesser of two evils, you're still choosing the lesser evil. It seems like nowadays we don't get to choose the politician we agree with most. We get to choose the one we disagree with least. We don't get to choose the one who we think will be a great victory for us. We get to choose the battles we're more willing to fight. You know what I mean? I know that's kind of a vague statement, but I think a lot of people will understand what I mean there. So I just want to tell everyone, get out and vote. If they can discourage enough of us from voting, the powers that be, if they can get it down to where no one in the middle votes, it's just the 10% on each end, the extremes that vote, the people that are easily manipulated by fear and propaganda, well, then they'll never have to worry about losing their power ever again. They'll be able to do whatever they want because they know how to manipulate both sides. Hell, the right's even been able to manipulate the people that for the last 20 years have been screaming, government overreach, too much police power, etc., to be standing on the sidelines with pom-poms now as unmarked police officers shove people into unmarked vans. Just because they're cheerleaded into it and tricked into it. So, and I know that I should have brought that into it because people are going to get mad now, but put on your big girl panties right now because we're talking like adults. Same thing on the left. They're easily manipulated too. They talk about how they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that, and they want this, and they want freedom for everyone, and they want everyone to be equal. And then they treat certain groups of people like garbage just because they don't agree with them, and they're manipulated and tricked into doing that. The whole fucking cancel culture is alive on both sides, and the far lefties, who are the ones who say they want to be the most inclusive, are often some of the most snobbish and bigoted people I've ever met. So I'm not catering to either side here. But like I said, I just don't want it to get to where it's only those people that vote and the people in the middle don't because they're like, it doesn't matter. It does matter. So do go vote. It doesn't, like I said, I don't care who you vote for. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I think I know who most of y'all are going to vote for, but I wouldn't presume to tell you that. But don't get discouraged. That's what they want. If they can get it down to where enough people don't vote, they will control everything. They will easily be able to do whatever they want because the people that actually vote will be easily manipulated into doing their dirty work for them. So get out there and vote, especially if you're someone that considers yourself somebody in the middle. Go vote because that's what's most important now. Those of us that are neither extreme, get out there and vote. Now, I do want to add one little caveat to this. Go vote, your vote matters, but there are some states where your vote's not really going to matter. Like say you live in, I would say Texas, but Texas has suddenly become a toss-up state. So let's say Arkansas. If you live in Arkansas and you know it's going to go for Trump by a landslide. Well, if you're someone who doesn't want to vote for Trump, well, then your vote's probably worthless. If you live in Washington, like where I live, where it's going to go Biden by a landslide, well, anyone who doesn't want to vote for Biden is, your vote's probably wasted. In fact, if I vote for Trump, that's a wasted vote. It's not going to matter. If you live in Arkansas and you vote for Hillary Clinton, that's a wasted vote. Or, excuse me, not Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden. See, I'm telling you, they're working their magic. If you vote for Biden, that's a wasted vote. So don't waste your vote on Biden. Just like I shouldn't waste my vote on Trump. Those votes don't really matter, depending on where we're at, according to the Electoral College, and there's no such thing as a popular vote winner, because you don't win anything with popular vote. Our votes are meaningless. So we can use that to build a third party. There's a candidate out there, Joe Jorgensen, who is completely pro-gun, libertarian. Vote for her. If you're a throwaway vote, vote for her. And I'm not just talking to Trump people to vote libertarian. I'm talking to you people, the liberals. I'm a liberal. I'm a classical liberal, or a Jefferson liberal, some people will call it. I will vote for Joe Jorgensen. If you're someone who voted for Hillary Clinton last time, well, surely Biden is not progressive enough for you, so vote for Joe Jorgensen. I'm going to, if you've got a vote you can throw away, might as well give it to a third party, build a third party, make it harder for the two parties we have now to completely manipulate the process and the people. If there was a third party in the middle, a lot of the people who hold their nose and vote left or right would be able to go, well, you know what, I'm not going to hold my nose, I'm going to vote in the middle. So if you have a vote that doesn't count, left or right, vote for Joe Jorgensen. Now, I know a lot of people in the regular Joe Jorgensen is a communist. You're being fed a load of bullshit by a bunch of bootlickers and a bunch of right-wing crazies. All she did was go to a Black Lives Rally memorial, and she said it was peaceful, it was pleasant, and she does agree that Black Lives Matter. And suddenly she's a communist. And that's a perfect example of how one side or the other is manipulated. There is nothing communist about that. And if anyone out there is telling you, oh, those are the same kind of people that throw around the terms like war zone when someone's throwing water bottles, because they don't know what they're talking about. They have no life experience and no knowledge, and probably very little intelligence if they fall for that shit. Joe Jorgensen, the libertarian candidate, is not a fucking communist. And if you allow yourself to be convinced of that, then you are an idiot. Plain and simple. Do some research. But like I said, if you've got a vote that you're going to throw away, throw it away on a third party. And it doesn't even matter that it's Joe Jorgensen. Even if you don't like Joe Jorgensen, even if you believe she's a communist, it's not her that's important. It's that third party getting enough votes to get a platform on that stage. So that when they're up there doing their debates, and they're both lying out different sides of their mouths, there's someone in the middle that can check them. And it may be Joe Jorgensen again next time. It may be someone different. So it doesn't even matter that it's Joe Jorgensen. It just matters that if we took all the votes that don't count, like if every Hillary supporter in every Trump state voted Joe Jorgensen, well, then we'd have a third party next election. And if every Trump supporter that lived, hell, just on the West Coast voted Joe Jorgensen, we'd have a third party next election. We'd have a choice other than a giant douche and a shit sandwich. We'd probably have, a douche sandwich in the middle. So, or a shit douche, I don't know, whatever you'd call it. But that's my whole point I want to make today. Don't get discouraged. That's what the powers that be want. They don't want us to vote. They want to know we're not paying attention, that we don't care, that we've given up. Don't give them that. Go out and vote in massive numbers. If you've got a vote that doesn't count, because you live in one of the states where it's going to definitely go one way or the other, you don't live in a swing state, well, then make that vote count. Build a third party, regardless of who it is. It doesn't matter. They're not going to win this time. But we could have that to where they're on the stage next time. Wouldn't you love to have someone in the middle podium on the stage during the presidential debates in 2024 who is like, I am a libertarian, I am pro-gun, I am pro-individual rights, I am pro-state rights, I am pro-blah, blah, blah. Wouldn't you like that? So maybe we can make that happen. And that's all I wanted to say today. Don't get discouraged. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me and be mad at me and blah, blah, blah. And I want to remind everyone, at the end of this video, there's going to be a little thing that says, hey, if you disagree with me, come in a live chat and talk to me. I haven't had a lot of success with that lately because most people are too cowardly. The kind of people who type that kind of shit and believe that kind of shit, they're too cowardly to talk face to face. Like I got a screenshot sent from someone, something, like bad boy, something, one of those people who you can tell immediately when you see their screen name that they're just a little douche, because it's like badass 940 or something like that, You can say like, oh, little tiny douche, and tiny little pecker too, probably. But those people don't like to come on and chat. I got a screen capture sent to me from someone, and he said, I've tried to talk to him. No, you haven't. You haven't sent me a single email or tried to contact me at all. If you want to be on tonight's chat, you can be on tonight's chat. Just send me an email to the little address on the blurb at the end of this video. But I'm getting off topic here. That's to anyone, by the way, but specifically to that person. So don't get discouraged. Go vote. If your vote doesn't matter where you live, then vote third party. We need a third party. So that's all I've got to say for today. I hope people listen. I hope you go out and vote. Don't get discouraged. Be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem. Hey, this is the Yankee Marshal, just reminding everyone out there that if you disagree with anything I say in any one of my videos, be it something political or tactical, I am going to give you the opportunity to come talk to me face to face instead of just having to put stuff in comment sections where someone might not even read them. You can come in one of my live chats and tell me off in person. You just have to send an email to shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com, and in the subject line of that video put slap the yank, and then I will get back with you and set up a time where you can come in one of the live chats and tell me off face to face.